Everyone, I'm meteorologist Beau Dodson. It's July 2nd, 2016, and we've got an active weather pattern developing for the next few days, and then a heat wave will move into the area next week. Let's take a look at the radar view. Let me switch over to the GRA radar, and you can see some showers and thunderstorms, most widespread from near Poplar Bluff towards Perryville, Missouri, and then towards Mount Vernon. Areas there west and north have the most coverage, a few lightning strikes in there as well, and some scattered patchy light showers over the rest of southeast Missouri, southwest Illinois, and parts of the Missouri Boot Hill. Now, for the rest of this afternoon, we'll have some of these showers moving into West Kentucky, Northwest Tennessee, and the rest of Illinois, but the bulk of this large mass of showers and thunderstorms, will probably stay over our northern counties. If you remember yesterday, I told you probably Poplar Bluff to near Carbondale and then Mount Vernon. Areas from there, north and west, would have the most coverage, and then decreasing coverage elsewhere. But the chances for showers or thunderstorms at any given point won't be zero this afternoon or tonight, just that the most widespread will stay to our north and west. Let's pull out a little bit and let's take a look at the national radar view. You see heavy rain from Omaha, Nebraska down towards St. Louis, Rolla, Missouri. I know some of you are at the ball game in St. Louis this afternoon, probably going to have some rain. Some spotty thunderstorms starting to pop up south of Springfield, Missouri. And again, most of our area is dry. It's the western half of the area that's experiencing some showers and thunderstorms. Let's take a look at temperatures. And if you remember yesterday, I told you we'd have a wide range of temperatures across the region, anywhere from 60s over our northwest counties to the lower to middle 80s over West Kentucky, Missouri Boot Hill, Northwest Tennessee. And right now you can see anywhere from the lower 60s actually, where this rain is heaviest over here in southeast Missouri. 75 at Cape Girardeau, 81 at Paducah, and then Evansville 75, Murray about 82 degrees. The hottest temperatures right now are in West Tennessee and Northeast Arkansas. You do see some upper 80s approaching the Boot Hill, even a 90 degrees north of Memphis. We're going to stay warm today, but with a mix of sun and clouds. We won't be moving into the hot 90 degrees or anything like that, but certainly some low to mid 80s over most of the area, and then 70s over parts of Illinois, and even some 60s will be the high temperatures back here in southeast Missouri. Switch over now, and we've got a lot going on. I want to bring your attention to the potential of at least some severe weather threat on Sunday. A lot of this is going to depend on where the warm front will move on Sunday afternoon and night. We will have a warm front moving across the area tomorrow that will warm temperatures into the 90s with heat index values in the middle to upper 90s, and dew points will be in the 70s. That means it's going to feel very muggy tomorrow afternoon and evening. The Storm Prediction Center has outlined a fairly large area for a slight risk of severe thunderstorms. Now, slight risk, I don't really like that word, the way they use it, but what it means is that a few severe thunderstorms are likely to occur, but probably scattered in nature. In other words, some reports of severe weather, but perhaps not a lot of reports. Now, this could change between now and tomorrow afternoon. They could upgrade it. They could scale it back. Storm Prediction Center normally moves these things around. They've already updated it today and expanded it quite a bit. But the bottom line tomorrow is that when the warm front moves north, we're going to have some showers and thunderstorms in our area. Let's take a look at the dew point map, and this shows you, this is a great way to measure moisture in the atmosphere. Meteorologists like to use dew points versus humidity. Dew point gives you a better idea of how much moisture content is actually contained in the air. When you get to about 60 degrees, these are the blue lines, it's a humid atmosphere, but not uncomfortable. When you get into the 70 degree readings, these color here purple, that would be 70 and above dew points. You're getting into uncomfortable, muggy air. You walk outside and you're already covered in sweat within the first 5 minutes. That kind of an air mass. So watch what happens on Sunday as the warm front moves through our area. I'll stop it here at about 7 a.m. on Sunday morning. You see some 60 degree dew points over the Missouri Boot Hill and West Kentucky, but the purples are still well to our south. But watch what happens during the afternoon. A surge of moisture moves in, and that's because the warm front is going to be situated by about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, somewhere here in east central Missouri, across Illinois into northwest Kentucky, somewhere near this purple, where the purple and blue collide here. That's your warm front, and that's going to be the focus of some heavy or severe thunderstorms on Sunday afternoon and probably Sunday evening and night especially. We'll have to see how far north the warm front lifts. That's still a question mark, but anywhere from southern Illinois, southwest Indiana into parts of Kentucky, maybe northwest Tennessee, south central eastern Missouri could have some strong weather tomorrow. I think the most intense storms will be near the warm front, and we'll just have to see how far north the warm front lifts on Sunday evening to determine where the greatest risk for damaging winds and maybe even some tornadoes. Normally along the warm front is where you'll have your most spin and shear. If there were to be some tornadoes, it would be along that warm front. So we'll have to keep an eye on this. Let's move forward to about 10 o'clock tomorrow night, and you still see 70-degree plus dew points in our area. That's a lot of moisture. Any thunderstorms that form in this atmosphere would be quite intense. Heavy rain, torrential downpours, lightning. Can't rule out some damaging winds, and again, maybe even some tornadoes. We move into Monday, and a cold front will move through, and we'll see a surge of moisture ahead of the front. And this here denotes the cold front back here where you see the purple in, and that will move to the east during the afternoon and evening hours on Monday, and that should bring an end to our showers and thunderstorms, but it might not end in time for the fireworks. That's still also a question mark, is what time will the rain end on Monday night? I do have showers and thunderstorms in the forecast right on into Tuesday morning. Perhaps the most coverage will be Sunday night and Monday morning, and then we'll just have to see how Monday afternoon and evening turns out. I would suggest having a plan B just in case we do have showers and thunderstorms in the area. We'll take a look at this model here. This is the NAM model. These are the 3-hour rainfall totals. I just want to move forward here and get you into Sunday morning. This is about 7 a.m. These are the 3-hour totals from, say, 4 a.m. to 7 a.m. on Sunday morning. You see the heaviest rain to our north, some spotty gray colors in our area, some spotty showers and storms possible tonight into Sunday morning. But watch what happens as we move into Sunday afternoon. I'll stop it here, and you see this increasing area of showers and thunderstorms to our west, and that's along the cold front. And then remember, somewhere in this area will be a warm front, and watch what happens as I move into Sunday evening around 7 o'clock. This would be the 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. time frame for 3-hour rainfall totals. Look at some of these totals, over 2 inches near St. Louis into perhaps near Mount Vernon, those areas, some heavy rain over here in southeast Illinois. This is that warm front, and there could be some supercell thunderstorms track along that warm front, and that's where your heaviest rain would fall. We move forward into the evening hours. This is around 10 o'clock on Sunday night, and you do see heavy rain over parts of southern Illinois. Now again, how far south this will shift will depend on the placement of the warm front. If the warm front is further north, then you can shift this heavier rain further north. If the warm front ends up, say, from Cape Girardeau eastward and into the Hopkinsville area, then your heavy rain would shift south a little bit. So we'll have to keep an eye on that, and that's important for our severe weather forecast as well. We move into Monday morning, and you still see some showers and thunderstorms in the area. This is moving into Monday evening, and this is when you're concerned as well about fireworks and outdoor activities. Plan on some showers and storms in the area. Have a plan B just in case it does rain. Let me show you a couple of parameters for severe weather. This is the Cape. Basically, Cape is energy for thunderstorms to work with. We move into Sunday morning. We don't see any Cape in the area. Maybe some mid-level Cape, but not surface-based. We move into tomorrow afternoon, however, and here's your warm front. Anywhere north of the front, you're not going to have surface-based Cape. South of the front is where your highest instability is located and your most unstable air. So you get into these red colors, and we move down here. We see the scale, and that's about 3,000 to 4,000 on the Cape scale. That's a lot of energy for thunderstorms to work with. We move into tomorrow evening around 7 o'clock. Here's your warm front somewhere up here across southern Indiana towards St. Louis. Most unstable air to the south. Your greatest risk for severe weather will be along that warm front and then along the cold front to the west. We move forward into around 7 a.m. on Monday morning, and you see typically what happens at night is your Cape decreases because you lose the heating of the sun, and then it pops back up on Monday as we warm up again. So we may have some heavy thunderstorms on Monday as well. We'll just have to keep an eye on this situation. We do have a couple of rounds of showers and thunderstorms in the forecast. It's going to keep meteorologists busy. Let me take a look here at the significant tornado parameter. This is an algorithm that a model's come up with and tell us where there could be some tornado risk. Doesn't mean there'll be tornadoes, just means there's a risk. So I move forward here. This is around 4 o'clock on Sunday afternoon, and you do see again along that warm front, that's where your most spin will be. We move forward a little bit more and we see the color spiking on Sunday evening around 7 o'clock over parts of southern Illinois. We move until 10 o'clock and we see still some color in the area, so there is some spin in the atmosphere and we'll have to keep an eye on that. Then as we move into Monday morning, you see those colors decreasing through the morning hours, and maybe they might pick up again Monday afternoon. But with the warm front gone, I suspect the severe weather risk on Monday would be some isolated damaging wind reports. Take a look at let's take a look at the EHI values. I like to look at this when looking for severe weather. Again, this is a measure of spin in the atmosphere basically, and we move into Sunday afternoon and evening. This is around, let me back up, this is around 7 o'clock, and you do see unstable atmosphere with some spin in it on the lower levels. And we move into Sunday evening, Sunday night about 1 a.m. in the morning on Monday morning. And you still see the EHI levels are spiking over parts of southern Illinois. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. There's quite a bit to watch here. Let's look at the 6-hour rainfall totals from the GFS model guidance, and we move through here. This is Sunday morning at about 7 a.m., and this is the previous 6 hours. So in other words, this would be from about 1 o'clock on 1 o'clock on Sunday morning to about 7 a.m. on Sunday morning, how much rain might fall. And you see some light colors in our area, but very heavy rain over central Missouri and central Illinois. And we move forward through the day into Sunday evening, and we start to see more and more colors over our area. So some scattered showers and thunderstorms likely Sunday afternoon and night. And then as we move through Sunday night, we see more colors, some heavy rain possible over the area. We'll see where the warm front is. We move into Monday morning about 7 a.m. So this would be the 1 a.m. Monday morning to 7 a.m. Monday morning rainfall totals. And you see, excuse me, you see some red colors here in Indiana. That would be about 2 inches of rain. And you see some purple colors. That would be over 1 inch of rain. So we move forward again, and this is about 7 o'clock on Monday. Still some rain in the area. So we are expecting some rain. How much rainfall does fall from this system? I am still forecasting about 3/4 of an inch to 1.5 inches of rain for most locations, and then pockets of 2 or 3 inches or greater near the warm front. Where severe thunderstorms occur, you could pick up 1, 2, 3 inches of rain in less than an hour or two. Torrential downpours are likely with this system. We want to show you the 500 millibar map from the GFS, and what I want you to focus on here is the winds aloft will be from the northwest and west over the next few days. When we had the heat wave, we saw a ridge through here, but right now we've got a trough, and this trough is responsible for our unsettled weather. If you want rain in the summer months, you want a trough near you, and you really want to watch this somewhere around the 588 millibar line, which is right through here on this map for Saturday. And we move forward into Sunday, and we see that 588 line still near our area. So anywhere along that area north of there, you're going to have unsettled weather, and that is what is going to happen over the next few days. But as we move forward in time into next week, I want to touch on a heat wave developing. Notice the difference here. Now we've got a ridge. So when you have a ridge of high pressure in the summer, it's going to be hot. And the stronger that ridge is, the hotter it will be. I suspect by Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday of next week, we will be in the 90s. The only thing that will save us from that is if we were to get some disturbances to move through this flow and bring us perhaps some scattered showers and thunderstorms from time to time. And as I move this map forward into Thursday, the 588 line is up north in northern Illinois. So maybe some showers and thunderstorms somewhere in this area here, but whether that's going to impact our region or not is questionable. We need this to be further south if you want to get some rain into our region. it's going to be close. Hopefully we get some rain because we need rain. The drought is worsening. Many of you are having problems, farmers needing rain on your fields, and the corn and other crops are hurting. So we need this rain this weekend and early next week. But on top of that, we certainly don't want to have another heat wave without moisture in the ground. So hopefully next week we can get at least a couple of showers and thunderstorms to develop, even though it's going to be hot. We move forward a little bit more in time, and we see instead of a ridge that the GFS wants to flatten the flow out a little bit. And again, that would bring us at least a chance for showers and thunderstorms to the area. Here comes another trough on the west coast, and you see the ridge here over the southwest. Move forward past next weekend into next Monday, and this is around July 11th, and you see that the 588 line is still near our area. We've got the ridge trying to build in, and then we've got this big trough. Maybe this big trough will move in here the week after next and bring us more unsettled weather. We need to stay in the northwest flow, not the ridge. If you want rain, you do not want to be in the heat ridge. The heat ridge is what was responsible for our recent heat wave that brought upper 90s to even 100-degree readings over the last few weeks, and it was responsible for the dry weather. So we need northwest flow. We need troughs in order to stay active or busy. We are riding the fence between the ridges and the northwest flow so far this summer. Over the last 4 to 6 weeks, we bounced back and forth between northwest flow and the ridge. We haven't been in the northwest flow enough to bring widespread substantial rain. We have had several thunderstorm complexes move in and close to the area. So some of you have had moisture over the last few weeks, but I've also heard from a lot of you farmers, you don't have enough rain. You need more rain, and we need a general soaking rain. We don't need 2 inches of rain in 30 minutes that's going to run off the hard ground. That's not going to help very much. So we'll see how the next few days go. Hopefully we will all have at least 3/4 of an inch of rain to maybe 1.5 inches of rain over the next few days. And some of you will likely pick up 2 or 3 inches of rain. Where severe thunderstorms or the storms train over the same areas, you could have easily over 3 inches of rain. That would most likely be over northern parts of southeast Missouri, northern parts of southern Illinois, into maybe northwest Kentucky. All right, a lot to watch over the next few days. I advise you to stay tuned on the severe weather threat for Sunday and Monday, especially Sunday afternoon and Sunday night. We may have some severe weather watches in the area, and we may have some warnings as well.